Hello, welcome to another video in Planton Cloud Essentials video series. In this video, I'm going to go through the process of creating customer facing URLs for the cookie store app that we have built, deployed it to dev environment, and then eventually promoted it to production environment using the cloning feature of product environments on the console app. When the apps were promoted to the production environment, the URL did contain a lot of words that are usually not found in customer facing endpoints. So to that effect, in order to address that problem, Planton Cloud does have a feature called custom endpoints, using which you can create customer facing URLs those are much cleaner and more standard. In order to create customer facing URLs, create what is called a custom endpoint, and that is what we are going to do, and that's our goal. So once we accomplish this goal, the app that was being available on this URL would be available at this URL, which is much more cleaner. And the steps to accomplish that are create custom endpoint resources and then access the URL. That's it. So to create the custom endpoint resources on console, we are going to do it for all the three microservices. We have a website microservice, we have a web app, and then we have a REST API. Now let's go to console app and click on the hamburger. From the endpoints, choose custom endpoints. Right now there are no endpoints at all. Now we want to create custom endpoints, and we put in the host name or the domain name which we want to create the custom endpoint for. So this is the endpoint that we want to share with the users. Now we have to choose the environment to which the host name has to point. So obviously in most cases it's going to be prod. And we also want to enable SSL, and we have to choose which microservice should back this endpoint. So in this case, it's the website, and we simply click on create. And we move on to creating the other two endpoints as well. For the app, we want app.pc.cookiestore.com. So in this case, also the backend environment is prod, and then we also want SSL for this, and then finally we want to configure the web app as the backend microservice, and then click on create. We move on to the third microservice that we have, which is the API, which we want to expose on cookiestore.com, api.cookiestore.com, and the backend environment is going to be prod, and we want to enable SSL for this as well. And finally choose the microservice to which we want to route the request to. Click create, and as we do this, we can go and check that the DNS entries for the cookie store, we will find that 3 new records are already inserted into the DNS system because of the reactive nature of DNS system on Planton Cloud. So no DNS changes necessary by you, just like in most other cases. Now when we go to custom endpoints, for each of these custom endpoints, an SSL certificate gets generated, and this should become into ready status in order for the DNS domain to work. We have to wait until the certificates becomes into ready status. Similarly, we go check it for the website. Looks like the certificate is already ready for the website, and let's check for the app, and looks like the certificate has been provisioned for the app. So we are just waiting on the API for which the certificate is already ready. So now let's go and navigate to pc-cookie-store.com, and we expect to see the website with the SSL. Now let's go and check whether the app works on our new custom endpoint. Yes, it does. And Finally, we can also check if the API endpoint works, and the API endpoint that we have created is this. So all three endpoints are already working. So it took us like less than 3 minutes to get all of this working. If you are curious as to whether the result of these, if these are working because of custom endpoints or not, you can totally go ahead and delete one of these. So I'm going to delete the API custom endpoint, and within a few seconds you will notice that this endpoint no longer works. So hopefully this video helped you understand what custom endpoints are and how they can be useful to create customer facing URLs. Thank you for watching.